Alrighty. Well, that was fast again tonight. Hello and welcome. I just finished a very quick shower. I figured I had enough time before I started here. A couple minutes late. 9:32 at the moment. But yes, welcome to tonight's fantastic round 2 of Super Ghalta, Turn 3 Ghalta, Gruul Dinos. Was cut a little bit short last night, but for a very good reason. If you guys didn't catch it, my daughter woke up and put her back to sleep. Fortunately, it worked pretty good. I got her to brush her teeth because she passed out before I was able to do that. So I just transferred her and then she woke up. But yeah, Super Ghalta, round 2. I have switched out, as you can see here, and that lovely thumbnail art. Wayward Swordtooth for Raptor Hatchling. Kind of facilitating similar things. Say I have 4 mana. Marauding Raptor out. Boom. Reducing Wayward Swordtooth to 2. Play that for 2, it's got 5 power. Marauding pings it, getting to 4, plus the 1 reduction. 10 total reduction with these 2. Quite fantastic. Now sometimes, especially with 22 lands, you're not playing extra lands a turn with Wayward Swordtooth's ability. That's okay. Yes, happy Wednesday 5 ways. Wednesdays actually happen to, well, they seem to be a little bit slower. Midweek, people are kind of tired. Got a few more days for the weekend. They've been through a few work days, potentially. But I think this is going to be exciting because there is the potential for turn 3 hasty Ghalta. We may not see it much, Nox. Hopefully we do see it at least once. I'll go over that combo, but again, Wayward Swordtooth can't attack or block unless you have the City's Blessing. You need 10 permanents. Topiary Stomper is 2 permanents in 1 itself, plus a land. Regisaur Alpha is 2 permanents in 1. It's quite often, I must say, that I eventually get to have a lovely 5/5. Doesn't have trample or anything, but oftentimes for 2 or a single green, which going back to the turn 3 hasty Ghalta. Bear with me. Otepic Huntmaster on turn 2. Boom, lovely. Marauding Raptor on turn 3 for a single red. We play our 3rd land for the turn. Going to play Wayward Swordtooth for 1. Being reduced by Huntmaster and Marauding Raptor. So currently on turn 3 we've used 1 red, 1 green. But when we play Wayward Swordtooth, we can play our 4th land on turn 3, having 2 lands untapped. We have enough reduction to play Ghalta with those other 2 lands, as long as it's green sources, of course. And boom, Ghalta can come down on turn 3 after playing this and this. Huntmaster was out on turn 2, so it can tap, give Ghalta haste, and, well, it might be over at that point. Hopefully it happens. That would be like, boom, definitely. It certainly takes a lot. You need 4 lands and 4 creatures. Everything really has to come together to see it. But there's the potential. If it doesn't happen, though, you've got fantastic bodies with Topiary and Wayward, turning them on pretty easily. However, there's a little bit of a painful spot, potentially right in the middle here. No Shifting Ceratops, Ripjaw Raptor, Rampaging Raptor. Stuff that doesn't need you to have more stuff to attack or block. It could be a little risky, depending if it's something very aggressive, of course. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much. Or we can catch him off guard. We'll see. Gotta turn it down a wee bit. Alright, other than that, Temur Battle Rage, 1 copy of Embercleave. Sometimes I just don't see myself seeing Temur Battle Rage as much as I want. It's the thing that would punch right through the opponent. Carnage Tyrant, definitely giving this double strike. I'm sitting back, the opponent has 2 3 power creatures. They will combine to block and kill this. I wait some turns, and sometimes I just don't draw it. So definitely Embercleave as kind of a 5th Temur Battle Rage. Better than Temur Battle Rage, potentially, but this, of course, can be cast cheaply and for a green and a red with the 1 mana of any color. You're attacking with 1 creature, pay 2, or Embercleave, you'd have to pay 5. Of course, that double strike sticks around, which is very good. But you might not have 5 to pay if you're, say, only attacking with Carnage Tyrant. Yeah. That's about it. Sideboard, pretty much the same as last night, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Tranquil Throwback, as always. Artifacts, enchantments, graveyards. Tranix Rex. We'll see if we face Azorius Control tonight. Haven't seen it a whole lot, I must say. Flame Sweep, well, aggressive stuff. Hopefully there's another good example coming up. And Shifting Ceratops. Beautiful. Always love that protection from blue. Never leave home without shifting. Now, without further ado, let's watch the dinos do some damage. Embercleave would be good. Embercleave on Ghalta. Something on Ghalta. I don't mind what it is. Temur Battle Rage. Embercleave. Double striking. 13-13 or 12-12. Embercleave, of course, gives +1/+1, which can make all the difference. Maybe getting one of your creatures to 5 power. Trading with Sheodred on the first hit. But then she doesn't deal any damage with her Death Touch. You don't have to worry too much. However, this is a perfectly reasonable hand. Commune with Dinosaurs, turn 1. Grab us our source of red for Marauding and Regis or Alpha down the line. Very nice indeed. Definitely should work out. Maybe Commune, if we don't have a source of red. Commune would grab Topiary Stomper, which I do love having 4 copies in, I must say. I saw it quite a bit last night. Only having 2. That was welcome for sure. Boom, there it is. Stomping Ground. Although it's mono red aggro, that could be a little bit problematic. Flame Sweep hopefully is, it definitely looks like it's going to be painful in game 2. Of course, it's always a little bit sad whenever I face something like this and I'm not using Ripjaw Raptor. Can't jam everything in though. And I just love Carnage Tyrant and Tranix Rex too much. I could imagine maybe cutting Tranix Rex to make some space for Ripjaw, something like that. Hopefully Carnage Tyrant has enough to play set of this, but oftentimes I don't see even a single copy, and it really would be the deciding factor. So just kind of Tranix Rex a little bit like it's, I guess it's kind of like an extra Carnage Tyrant, although sometimes it is better with the haste, just getting that hit off, and if you get it down early enough, they really have a trouble paying that ward for it's sometimes basically hexproof. But definitely late game, they certainly will likely have enough to pay the extra 4 with whatever spell. Sometimes it might mean they take their entire turn off, but yeah, maybe I jinx myself talking about mono red. Ouch. Oh, so many good dinos, I must say. We're spoiled. If you dive deep into the... Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, wow. Hey, doing their classic mono red stuff. Not a whole lot you can do in that situation. But there's definitely something you can do with Flame Sweep. Yeah, going back to that. Lovely choices. Can't jam them all in, and I think it's good to kind of focus on one main idea. Ghalta, facilitating that early on, although, of course, we were roughed up a little bit there. Carnage Tyrant, yeah, we got to have something earlier. Just get the bodies that can block. Perhaps they have their own Embercleave, of course. Tranquil Throwback could destroy it, although there's a good chance we'd be hit by it. I don't think so. Shifting Ceratops. Huntmaster, I could see Huntmaster going down pretty often. You know what? I'm going to trim Huntmaster. It dies to basically everything they have, unfortunately, and dies to our own Flame Sweep. Could get a little bit awkward. A little bit too awkward keeping it in. Even though on the play, I want to go as fast as possible, I think there's still a really low chance that Huntmaster is going to survive. Well, that hand's not going to survive. No, not that either. Ouch. 600, yes. Definitely modern. Gets pretty expensive. That's for sure. Shifting and Temur Battle Rage it is. Got 2 sources of green, which is quite nice for Topiary Stomper, and of course that Flame Sweep, which is going to help big time. Oh, yes, there we go. We got the 3rd land. Hopefully they play 2 cheap things, but at the very least, taking out 2 Soulscar Mages, that is going to be devastating. Absolutely. Now I can wait for a little bit more of, you know what, I think it could be bad. They might have something for damage. Instant speed, play with fire, deal 2 damage to us, which they can use to respond to Flame Sweep and bring those Soulscar Mages up to 3 toughness, not be killed. Hopefully they tap out here, and oh, there's the play with fire. That's alright. As long as they don't draw much. Good stuff, good stuff. This is where it's at. Thunderherd Migration. We'll get another land. We'll go Flame Sweep. Another mountain, just in case we want to play a couple sources in a turn. That's not too bad. Going to have 7 lands next turn with Topiary. Of course, it's going to be a little bit rough. Already down to 6. That's a scary range against mono red. Just keep hitting them and hope they don't have too much more that deals damage straight to our face. 12 next turn is going to be pretty nice if I wanted to go Temur Battle Rage on somebody. But at the very least, we stop probably most of their aggression. Oh, another Flame Sweep. Well, that is good. Now we got to remember, Kumano faces Akazan. When you cast your next creature spell, when they get the 2nd counter on, that creature enters with a 1/1 counter. So it's not like it enters the battlefield, then you can respond to it by killing the small creature before the counters go on. That's not how it is. It's just entering bigger and out of range of Flame Sweep. Unfortunately. Yeah, we're just going to hit him. I hope it's nothing too scary next turn. Maybe they play 2 small things, something hasty. It could be rough. But again, Topiary Stomp are going to slow down some or all of their aggression still. I like it. Well, they just, whatchamacallit. Get him. Oh, Embercleave to boot. Well, well, well. It's good stuff. And 14. Yeah. I was just making sure it was going to be lethal. Phew. That was fantastic. I was hoping Embercleave would show up at least once tonight. It was pretty nice. 2 Topiary Stompers with Vigilance, never having to worry about leaving yourself open. It definitely against mono red does the trick. Temur Battle Rage though, I kind of feel like trimming this. It could be nice to punch through damage, but I think Tranquil Throwback, there's a good chance that's going to bring us back into contention. Gaining life, we might not destroy an artifact or exile their graveyard, but just gaining the life, stabilizing a bit, having a lovely 3/3 that chances are can trade with a lot of their stuff is going to be welcome. Maybe more welcome than Temur Battle Rage, I would think. Ooh, well, that's not going to do it. I mean, it's a little bit better. Thunderherd Migration on turn 2 if we draw that second land, which there is 2 chances, but 2 Ghaltas, not so fun. Yeah. Oh, okay, there we go. And still 2 Ghaltas again. Pretty crazy stuff. But that's definitely the keeper. Getting that Tranquil Throw back is nice. And still the Thunderherd Migration, but hopefully a Flame Sweep at some point here. It would be nice if Marauding could deter the Soulscar Mage, although I imagine they're going to have a spell that deals damage, possibly dropping Marauding, or if it's Play with Fire, 2 -1/- counters on it. I'll go with it though. Possibly casting Tranquil Throw back next turn, gaining the 4 life, having the 3/3, as long as Marauding survives this turn. Okay. Skewer the critics on Marauding perhaps now that they've damaged us. Something that deals 2 damage, I think. No. I want to preserve Marauding. Okay. Well, still pretty good. We got a body. I mean, we'll take 2, but we have a nice 3/3 that can trade with their stuff. Yeah, they must have Nux. I figured they had something that did 1 or 2 we got an Embercleave coming up, I think. Hopefully that's not the case, but well, you never know. Okay, it's not the worst thing in the world. We're still alive. Oh, with a Regis or Alpha to boot. Now that, I must say, is nice. We don't take any extra damage from Eidolon of the Great Revel. We played a creature that costs 5. Sit back, relax, play it safe, and hopefully see, well, more big stuff. Ghalta, of course, we could play her hasty. Oh, they got nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Flame Sweep at any point is going to be nice. Oh, it is. Definitely get a copy, get your play set of Regis or Alpha as soon as possible. Wayward Swordtooth. The question becomes, do I want to go down to 4? I don't know that I do. They don't have anything out that could kill us. They draw something at most next turn that deals 3 damage. Let's go with Wayward. I want this. Yeah, let's do it. Especially because I can attack with it. See what they do. Enough bodies, I would imagine, to stop them doing painful things. Yes, another land. This is where it's at, folks. Well, more lands myself, not so much. Imagine they would want to block with at least one thing. They don't want to keep taking 5. Okay, we got him. Oh my goodness. Flooded to infinity. Now, I believe we have the token would get through 1 damage. Yeah, that's got to be it. They have to block with everything to live. Yes. But if one thing blocks the token, still, they take some. Oh well, it's now or never. They could draw something to deal damage straight to our face next turn, and that's it. Okay. Pretty unfortunate just getting flooded again. Here goes nothing. Oh my goodness. One to... Oh boy. Oh, they got it. Nuts. That's unfortunate. Yeah. They got lucky. We got flooded. That was close. Tense. Very nice indeed. You saw, hey, Wayward Swordtooth got turned on pretty easily. You top deck it a little bit later in the game, and chances are it's gonna, well, you're gonna have 10 permanents with lands and a couple creatures. Boom. 2 for a 5/5. A 5/3 in that case, because Marauding had pinged it. They would have only had to deal 3 damage to finish it off, but that was a slugfest for sure. Yes, definitely. Yeah. I feel like I get flooded enough. 22 lands seems about right. Maybe 23, 21. But with all the ramp, acceleration, topiary, Thunderherd, Otepic Hunt Master, and Marauding Raptor. Oof, another one lander. Well, that's not too rampy. Too risky. Oh, there we go. Ghalta. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep these 3 lands. Send Karplusan Forest to the bottom. Oh, well, you never know. But send Karplusan to the bottom just because I don't have a turn 1 play. Sheltered Thicket is a dual land, and hopefully nothing bad happens to Marauding here. They do have the potential of casting Leyline Binding. Yes. They have 4 different types of lands. That is good stuff. Where's Back to Nature when you need it? Not in, unfortunately. We should be getting Ghalta pretty soon. Topiary Stomper next turn. Ghalta the turn after that, and hope they don't have a second Leyline Binding. Hopefully that's enough aggression. Okay. Getting some stuff done. I'm going to try that at some point. Invasion of Zendikar. Lovely. Searching for 2 basic lands, I must say, for 4, and then you flip it later on and it does a lot of good stuff. 4, 3. I was just checking if I could play Ghalta this turn. I can't do it, sadly. Next turn. And we'll be at 7 lands. Okay, do nothing. Ooh, Atraxa. Well, that is painful. Yikes. Leyline Binding, I would imagine, is going to take somebody out. It is reduced to 1, I believe, at this time. You know what? Let's try for Ghaltas. Topiary Stomper, of course. Yeah, get some more lands. Lovely stuff. I would have the potential to cast both copies if they want to do something to it. The mana I have at the moment is temporary. I can play that second Stomping Ground and play Ghalta, which is quite nice indeed. We'll see if I want to do that. Not going to attack into Atraxa, that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. Gotta draw it out. Don't think we're going to be busting through here. Certainly need at least Tranquil Frillback to get rid of those bindings. Okay, Bleach Multiverse tends to do the trick. Yeah. Yeah, no, that'll do it. That tends to do it, I must say. Nice and rampy, playing the big stuff and stumbling a little bit in the early game, as it does tend to happen sometimes. However, Tranquil Throwback instantly. Temur Battle Rage, yeah, it could be nice, but well, we definitely need enchantment hate against this. Big time. Embercleave, a nice saving us in a sticky situation if it doesn't make sense to attack too much. I like that. Definitely Tyrannox Rex. If they're paying 1 for Leyline Binding, there's a very good chance. I mean, they're able to pay that extra 4, so sometimes Tyrannox Rex doesn't stick around too long. Oof, hey. It's a hand with 2 lands. That's fantastic. Too bad that Commune with Dinosaurs wasn't in to begin with, but at least we're ramping stably. You can't do anything to a basic. You can destroy it, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do so. Possibly could have grabbed another source of red, but I didn't want to mess things up too much, and there you go. Fantastic. Now I could search for another land next turn to guarantee Carnage Tyrant. Pretty sure that would be the best thing to do. I don't think they'd take out both Hunt Masters, but I still might not get another land, and Carnage Tyrant could potentially cost 5, as it does cost now. So let's lock in Carnage T. We got Embercleave, of course, only 1 copy, so it is nice to see. Oh boy, Carnage Tyrant. Let's go. Fateful Absence on a Hunt Master. Now that is nice. Not having to worry about pretty unconditional removal. Destroying a creature or planeswalker at instant speed. Painful stuff. Hopefully they don't go to 7 lands here. They could. They've got 6 and they might have 1 in hand. It's a good chance we could still blast right through them with the Embercleave. Okay, good. They don't have a source of white. This is beautiful. I'm trying to think. I can't play Huntmaster. No, I just have to attack with Carnage Tyrant. Good stuff. Hopefully there's no sweeper coming up. Doing our best. Taking them down to 2. Oh, I like it. A Tally Primal Conqueror is going to be problematic. They have to get some heavy hitter. Leyline Binding to get rid of Embercleave is not fun. Nuts. I guess it's just 5-color hodgepodge. 5-color stuff. Now we'll just keep ramping and hopefully see a big heavy hitter at some point here. I was going to say, oh, maybe we'll see a Temur Battle Rage, but that is not in. Now I could see Tranquil Throwback destroying Leyline Binding, and then Embercleave re-enters. We get to attach it to Carnage Tyrant for free, and hopefully nothing happens to Embercleave again. Tranquil Throwback, let's get it. What am I thinking? I should stop Topiaries now. Oh, they got Brotherhood's End. Well, when you just keep drawing lands, I mean, there's nothing you can do, especially when they steal your stuff. Nuts. And I say, I will add a second nut there, I swear. Hard to say. Hard to say. It would be nice to go back and try out things differently for sure, just to see how it changed. Maybe it would have been better Nox. Yeah, I definitely would like a chance to rewind things, but hey, sometimes you just draw lands. That's how it goes. There's nothing to be avoided. It certainly would have been nice if, well, they didn't have multiple leyline bindings there. Or even just the one. As long as Embercleave stuck around, boom, smack them again. They had the right stuff at the right time, and we almost had the right stuff at the right time, but just not long enough. Paperk. Another mono red, potentially. Eventually. Maybe it's control because they're taking so long to decide who's going to go first. Could be glitching as well. It was glitching a little bit on me 2 days ago, I think it was. Crashing multiple times. I reset my phone and still didn't seem to be doing much. There wasn't an update or anything that I saw, and it was just pretty painful, unfortunately. Putting us to sleep here. That's getting pretty close to the combo. At the very least, it's 2 lands, Marauding, getting to Topiary. Oh, 3 Topiary Stompers. Now that is lovely stuff. Golgari Sacrifice. Going to be a little bit problematic. Of course, hopefully, Marauding survives to get us Ghalta next turn. Marauding, Wayward, playing 2 lands that turn, and then Ghalta afterwards. Beautiful. Doesn't seem like that's happening, though. Yeah, well, that's alright. We still got Topiary Stomper, and that'll be good. Oh, 3 Topiary Stompers. My, oh my. Hopefully Castle Garenbreak next turn. We could tap it for 6 and play 2 more of the 4 Topiary that I have, and we would get to 7 there. Man, that darn Priest of Forgotten Gods. I don't like it. Yes, you definitely can't stay in the past, Nox, 100%. I do feel pretty good that I don't face Priest of Forgotten Gods a whole lot. Of course, Flame Sweep, absolutely devastating. It is public enemy number 1. I faced Rakdos Sacrifice a long time ago, and not the most enjoyable experience, I must say. But yeah, don't stay in the past. Look forward. Try to learn from the past, and sometimes there's nothing you're going to be doing. They just keep playing everything. They got exactly what they needed. And we're probably not coming back from this. I'll try. You never know. 2 Topiary Stompers next turn, and yeah. We're just getting so many Priest of Forgotten Gods. 3 so far in the top third of their deck. Not great. It's kind of rougher tonight, Victor, I must say. A Golgari Sacrifice deck. 3 of their 4 Priest of Forgotten Gods in the top third of the deck. Not great. Tapping, sacrificing, making us sacrifice, lose life, and we're done for. Done for. You joined at a painful moment. But I am going to bring the pain with Flame Sweep. Decimate most of their creatures because it's dinky little things. This is Golgari going back to it. Bolus's Citadel. Oh, it happens. It happens. Painful stuff, though. They get a bunch of creatures. They can play lands and cast spells from the top of their library. If you cast a spell, pay life equal to its mana value rather than its mana cost. Hopefully they would have some Prosperous Innkeepers. Maybe they would have 2. They play a creature that costs 1 or 2 and it negates the life that they paid. So they just keep doing stuff off the top, eventually tapping and sacrificing 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 2 life. Chances are you are dead already before they do that, but that certainly would finish them off if they get to it. But I don't think they're going to get to it with the Flame Sweep. Woe Strider, 2. Innkeepers, 1 and 2 and 2, and it's a lot of weak things, that's for sure. Devastating. Tranquil Frillback, potentially. Could see that being nice. They have a little bit of graveyard synergy, strategy, you could say, with Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler. -2, mill 3 cards. Return a creature card with mana value 2 or less from their graveyard to the battlefield. If we wipe out their graveyard, they might not get anything back, potentially. They don't have a whole lot of artifacts. Temur Battle Rage, I'm not too worried about needing to punch through with Double Strike and Trample if Flame Sweep is just going to take out basically every creature that they have. Should work out. It has worked out in the past against Rakdos Sacrifice. I just don't face Golgari a whole lot. Seems a little bit rough. I do like seeing 3 lands in Marauding. I would expect Topiary, Stomp, or Wayward Swordtooth, something like that, or a Flame Sweep. It certainly could be quite a bit worse. I'm gonna give it a go. Something else for 2, something for 3, I think is coming up. Hopefully not another Carnage Tyrant. Ghalta, yeah, that's something. Hopefully getting there. A lot of aggressive stuff tonight, I must say. Mono red, this, lots of little creatures. Oh boy. Can't quite go with Ghalta. If I drew another land next turn, and I played Marauding plus Ghalta, that would do the trick. Or I could just play Marauding this turn. If I draw a land next turn, I could go Carnage Tyrant for 4. I kind of like that. Just in case. And I might not draw another land, so might as well go with Marauding. Take out Tyvar, because I don't want shenanigans to be happening. No siree. +1 untap 1 target creature. They would ramp and do painful things. No thank you. Hopefully slow them down a little bit. Where's that Flame Sweep? Or land. Technically, Commune with Dinosaurs is a land. Or we could grab Topiary Stomp, or any number of things. It's pretty much guaranteed, but again, it would have been nice to grab this. However, we're going to get to some lovely stuff. No, not Ghalta. We're going to get to some lovely stuff next turn. I think so. Carnage Tyrant. Slap the Embercleave on it and boom. Dead. It is a little bit rough. I mean, eventually we would have gotten to Flame Sweep so you can see how, something you were waiting for, you have to pass up, something you could have used nicely. Hopefully there's another Flame Sweep coming up close, but there could be a pretty good chance there isn't. Of course, that was the closest one at the moment, and there we go. We got the guy. Oh yes, 100%. I just wanted to add at least 1 copy as an extra additional way to get double strike on people and punch through when I need to punch through. pretty painful silver bullet. Sometimes I just can't get away from Embercleave. I just want to use it. Making things bigger, but again, oftentimes I don't need it, like you say. Or it just doesn't fit, but you got big enough, scary enough stuff. The sweeper would decimate everything, and then I'd kill them with the stuff that is left over. However, Carnage Tyrant coming in strong. Oh, okay, they didn't. Oh, that makes sense. Kind of helps if you attack with enough to reduce Embercleave. Nuts. I want to play it safe and go Carnage Tyrant there, just in case they have painful things. Imagine Ghalta was probably pretty safe though. They don't have a whole lot of removal. Mostly it is likely just creatures. But you never know. Game 2, maybe they brought it in and... Imagine we would kill him next turn with the double striking Carnage Tyrant. 16 damage, pumping it up, and we're off to the races. Now I can go Ghalta. Attacking with all 4 creatures there to reduce Embercleave to 2 red. Phew. Got him. Good stuff. I didn't even need to reveal the potential of the sword, and I'm just going to hope we see Flame Sweep. Yeah. I was thinking again Tranquil Throwback, but if they get Bolas's Citadel down, sometimes they just win that turn as they keep playing stuff off the top of their library. Oh yeah. Well, hey, right there. You saw didn't need it. Got big enough stuff. However, that hand's not going to work. Of course, it is nice to see Flame Sweep to smoke them. Oh, that is better. Definitely. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling. I'm going to send the Karplusan to the bottom. 3 lands plus Thunderherd and Topiary gets us to... 2 Topiaries. Gets us to plenty of lands right there and plenty of power, seeing the second Topiary here. Getting us to Ghalta, I would imagine. However, Priest of Forgotten Gods. I'll never forget that. Herbal Ghalta, yes, indeed. It would be nice to see Marauding Raptor next turn. Marauding, Wayward. Although, I would go Topiary Stomper if I don't have any extra lands to play with Wayward Swordtooth. However, Tyvar is... Well, that's not a good time, no. Certainly Brotherhood's End against this deck, taking out Tyvar and all their creatures is the ultimate devastating trick. Flame Sweep. You can do it. It's no Flame Sweep, unfortunately. Now, the question becomes, Wayward Swordtooth can play that. Play the other land I have. Or I can go Topiary Stomper to get another land from my library. Topiary definitely is better, I think, in this case, because I get a land ahead, like I would with Wayward, but I still have a land for next turn to get ahead. It's like I have 2 lands in hand, you could say. Ghalta next turn, hopefully we're not dead, but they don't have too much in hand. Well, we might be safe. But next turn, Stomping Ground is the 6th land, Topiary is the 7th, Wayward, Ghalta, although I don't think I have a total of 8. 6, we'll see. Yes, hopefully Nox. Imagine we only have 1 turn more. 1 or 2 turns. Ooh, they got it. Oh, double Topiary Stomper. Now that is definitely fantastic. However, Castle Garenbreak. Boom. So it's got to be Topiary. Yeah, one Topiary. Just Topiaries this turn. Next turn. Yeah. Wayward would have got us a land, but we only had one. 6. Still trying to think if I could have made it work. I don't think I could have. Almost a quarter of the way through. Hopefully seeing a Flame Sweep coming up next. Again, you have a play set. You would hope to see 1/4 of that and 1/4 of the deck, which is where we're at. 4 Flame Sweep and, hopefully, roughly 1 in every 15 cards. But it never works out like that, of course. I imagine we'll have to sacrifice this Topiary Stomper, the second one, so we might not be seeing Ghalta at all. Well, we got Ghalta, finally. That is nice. Pressure Tyvar a little bit here and hope we're still alive. Alive for at least one more turn. Tyvar can bring back lots of stuff, although I imagine they're going to play quite a bit. They certainly have enough life to do so. If they get another Prosperous Innkeeper, it's definitely over. Ouch. So strong. Let them do their thing a little bit here. It's not a very common deck, that's for sure. Kind of nice to see, kind of, again, painful. Where's that Flame Sweep? Oh, they definitely have me here. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Feast of Forgotten Gods. With their ability, we lose 2 life, but they also sacrifice 2 creatures. Zulaport Cutthroat. We lose 2 more life there, so 2 from the priest, 2 from the Zulaport's ability. We were at 4. Yeah, sometimes you have a playset of very, very good hate against a specific deck, and you still won't see it. There are times I have a third of my deck, 20 cards, that cost 3 or less. Topiary Stompers, Marauding Raptors, that sort of thing. And I don't see any in the first few hands. First hand, nothing. Mulligan. Yeah, you will see all kinds of crazy stuff if you play long enough. Maybe you start off playing and you see those painful hands that really don't get you going. It might not be anything against the deck. It might just be how it is. Sometimes it can be hard to evaluate, but just keep that in mind. This, though, not fast enough. Oh, much better. Absolutely. Send the Temur Battle Rage to the bottom. Definitely have a good feeling about Ghalta here. Castle Garenbreak, though, almost went Karplusan Forest again, thinking it is an actual forest. I won't say it enough. It's not an actual forest. It does not help Castle Garenbreak. Back-to-back Ghaltas again. That's also kind of wacky. Yeah, it's got to be Karplusan. I need 2 green for Topiary Stomp. Perhaps it's Angels. At the very least, if that's the case, they haven't played any of them yet. Certainly grabbing a force to help Castle Garenbreak enter untapped next turn and possibly getting Ghalta. If Marauding is stick... Oh, what do we got? Selesnya Tokens. 9. Oh, Selesnya. Okay, this is rough. Oof, more. That's unfortunate. Conclave Tribunal, they cast it for 2. They tapped their 2 soldier tokens and then, boom, temporarily exiled Marauding. Oh, that is always interesting, Nox, I must say. It doesn't happen too often, of course. It started to happen a little bit more facing dinosaurs, but I always like the mirror match. That's something. Oh, Regisaur and Ghalta. That is good, I must say. Hopefully that's enough to get the job done. That is going to be good. I think we could have them, but they could have something funny up their sleeve. A sweep? Well, they wouldn't have a sweeper. It's hard to tell. Can't remember ever facing Selesnya Tokens before. Well, I'm sure I have. It's just been months and months. Okay. This I like. We got another one. Another one. As DJ Khaled says. Boom. There you go. The Queen reigns supreme. But certainly, I mean, the Flame Sweep. We saw a deck just before this, Golgari Sacrifice. Yeah, well, I might mulligan a little bit for that. Oh, what am I thinking? Tranquil Frillback. I almost forgot that. Of course, their enchantments, maybe some artifacts sprinkled in here, but at the very least, Tranquil Frillback to get back those things. They'll definitely be keeping it in. They saw how handy it was to steal Ghalta. We just got another copy because there's 4. Maybe this is going to be the time, excuse me, to see turn 3 hasty Ghalta. I have a feeling it's going to happen tonight. Yeah, it's kind of nice. You see a mirror match, the same deck you're playing, and then, well, it just doesn't work out. Maybe you get flooded in the game 2, game 3, and makes you feel bad. You don't want to lose to your own deck. Dino's, of course, very uncommon, so I'm just happy to face them, win or lose. Embercleave, nah, we're going to punch through. They're not going to have a whole lot for us to punch through with that we have to worry about. So get rid of Flame Sweep. Commune. Hey, where'd the copies go? It was weird. They just disappeared. Did you guys see that? Yeah. Maybe you guys can see that. There's still Carnage Dinosaurs somewhere in here. What am I not seeing? Did they move around? Huh. I don't get it. Glitchy. Okay, well, I have to lock things in. Okay, it's 62 card Dino. Man. Yeah, I was going to remove 3 Commune with Dinosaurs to get to 60, and because Flame Sweep is just this. Well, it would devastate him, but that hand certainly would not. Okay, there we go. Flame Sweep, 2 lands, Stunned Herd Migration, getting us to the 3rd one, and smoking him. Wayward Swordtooth, possibly not doing a whole lot. Don't have a whole lot of the combo getting to that early Ghalta. Might as well send it to the bottom, and that's going to do the trick. Oh. Of course, Huntmaster, there's nothing that Huntmaster is going to accelerate out on turn 3, so of course, just go this. We don't have to worry about Flame Sweep taking it out, because it's not out. Play some more tokens. Make him think we don't have anything. Pass as fast as possible. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 when it enters. Create 2 soldier tokens. Okay, so we'll wait to Flame Sweep to take out more stuff. I like that. Good stuff. And we just get a Regisaur Alpha. Hopefully a 6 land next turn. Could go Huntmaster and Regisaur, but at the very least we got some nice aggression and we slowed him down a wee bit. Oh, there we go. Carnage Tyrant 100%. Slam that guy home. Oh, that would be S-game problematic. White life gain. That versus that. Any regular deck facing it is rough, but if you're facing it, you're like, it would just go back and forth, gaining life. It would take a long time, I would imagine, if that is the mirror match. Anything life gain versus life gain is, you'd cry. Your feelings would sour. Still should be pretty good. You got Carnage Tyrant. You can't do a whole lot to it. Yeah, what am I thinking? Huntmaster, Regisaur. Beautiful. Right. Maybe another Flame Sweep at some point. I think they're low enough we can still get the job done. Even if they play a couple more creatures this turn. Tokens. Yeah, just a Topiary Stomper. Just lock it up. I wouldn't imagine they have Settle the Wreckage. Of course they could play it, but I don't feel that being a thing. Maximum aggression. Going to be interesting if I continue to see that glitch though, where I was removing Commune with Dinosaurs and they just disappeared, only showing 1 Commune in the sideboard and then none else in the main or the side. And I have a playset in the list. Just wacky. I'm used to glitches on my phone, but not really ever on the computer. But I redeemed myself with the Flame Sweep, I must say. Oh yes. You know, if there's you're playing life game, the opponent doesn't have much to stop your life gain, chances are they just pack it in right there. They know there's not going to be any way for them to win. It's just going to keep growing out of control, and they don't have enough aggression to beat down all the life that you're gaining a turn. Yeah, life gain versus life gain. It's kind of like a staring contest. Who's going to quit first, pretty much, if it's just bigger and bigger on both sides. Yeah, I can make that work. Yeah. Thunderherd Migration getting us to 3 for Topiary and Wayward afterwards. Yeah. Mono Green Devotion potentially. If it is, of course, very nice that we're not seeing an elf to start. Wolfville Haven potentially here. Oh. Is it really? Selesnya Tokens. Selesnya Tokens. What is going on here? That certainly feels like funny business, if that's the case. Selesnya Midrange, I guess. I was gonna say, something's wacky. We've got the better Topiary Stomper arts, though, I think. Hopefully seeing, well, another land next turn for Carnage Tyrant, although another Topiary Stomper plus the Thunderherd Migration would get us to 7 lands, and we'd attack with the one we have right here. They won't get to 7 lands this turn or next turn, I believe. Although I think Ren and 7 they can get lands. Bant Midrange, Bant Ramp, I think. We're seeing Dreamroot Castle there for blue, so yes. Interesting. Alright. Good old Stomping Ground instead. Definitely paying the 2 life. Got one thing, has to be Topiary. Topiary and Wayward. Be at 10 permanents, turning on this, and that's definitely what I want to be doing. I want to hit Ren and 7. I don't want to have to worry about the -3. Create a tree folk creature with reach, and this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands they control. That's not going to be a pretty sight. If they get that. Yes, Nox, yes, we'll see. Okay, that's pretty good. Yikes. 0. Just barf a bunch of lands that they had. Not fun. However, Ghalta certainly is fun. That's what I'm doing. Thunderherd, Wayward, bunch of lands, bunch of big powerful creatures. Going to be taking out Ren and 7 this turn, I would imagine. Just throw everything at it. And hope nothing too bad happens next turn. At the very least, I don't have to worry about, again, big tree folk creatures. Storm the Festival is happening, but they have to tap out mostly for it, and hopefully they just get more lands. That's not too bad. Wandering Emperor is going to exile, well, I guess just the Wayward Swordtooth, so we still might just kill him next turn. That's so right by me. Oh, Regis or Alpha to boot. Now, sadly I can't go Regis or and Carnage Tyrant. That would be lovely. Oof, down to 1. My goodness. close, but as long as they don't have a sweeper, we'll get the job done. Here goes nothing. A last-ditch effort from them. That is good. They're dead. They're not getting out of this. They only have 2 lands left untapped. I must say, I've seen quite a few different things tonight. It's always nice when it's not just Rakdos Midrange, although I always love practicing against it, trying to figure out what best I like to do against it, and yeah, practice makes better. That has first strike. I don't want to block it. It only temporarily has first strike. They were dead anyways. Okay, Bant Midrange. It's been a long time. I need more coffee. A long time since I've faced this. Just a lot of rampiness, it seems. Playing a bunch of lands and Land of War Loam Speaker tapping to ramp, and they can tap, make a land an elemental creature with haste, possibly using the Wandering Emperor's ability to make that elemental creature bigger. A 5/5 first strike with haste. Definitely Flame Seep is not going to do a whole lot. Tranquil Throwback? I don't think they have a whole lot of artifacts or enchantments. Definitely doesn't seem to be the case. Tranix Rex, though, I must say, I kind of like that. Temur Battle Rage. Perhaps we get into a staring contest. They have big creatures. I have big creatures. Then I might just need this to blast through and get the job done. Tranix Rex doesn't feel very good, especially because all their ramp, if they have removal, maybe they're bringing it in from the sideboard. There's probably a pretty good chance they're able to pay the ward for. Certainly if I don't get T-Rex down early enough. And I bet that would happen. We see the Wandering Emperor, of course. They could take a hit from this, flash in the Wandering Emperor, make a Samurai, and then next turn exile him, sadly. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. That should be good. Did see the Brutal Cathar, though. For 2 and a white, exiling somebody temporarily. That's going to be rough. Certainly if it slows us down, this hand, though, pretty slow. Not going to cut it. Oh. This is it. This might be it. This is all but one piece of the 8-card combo. We've got the 4 creatures and 3 lands. Oh, get excited, folks. Here goes nothing. Boom. Oh boy. Actually, I guess I have to put something to the bottom. Wayward Swordtooth. Oof, I got excited. I forgot I had mulligans. Okay, no, that is good. That is also good. Oof. Let's go. Hunt Master too. Let me think. Well, certainly has to be Hunt Master. I think we'll still see Ghalta. Maybe they get rid of Hunt Master. That would be problematic, but I'd still be able to go with the second one next turn, plus one of the Marauding Raptors. Oh boy. Yeah, if they don't interact with us. Now the question becomes, as long as I just wait, play Marauding next turn, pinging and all that stuff, for 1 red, I would increase the total reduction by 5. 1 red, Ghalta for 2. That's what it has to be, yes. Oh, just hope they don't interact. I'm a little bit worried. Hopefully they just ramp. I'm crossing my fingers. Let's Storm the Festival. Okay, they're tapped out. We don't have to worry about Wandering Emperor, potentially. Oh boy. They got 2. Hopefully it's not a counterspell. Here goes nothing. Marauding for 1. Ghalta for 2. Nothing. Pause there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Bing, bang, boom. There we go, folks. I hope. Would be unfortunate if they bounced the queen. Oh, beautiful. That was exciting stuff. I love it. That certainly doesn't happen too often. Most stuff would interact and do painful things to either the Huntmaster or the Marauding. That's okay. Hopefully we have Regis or Alpha coming up next turn for 3, even if I don't draw another land. I mean, I can still play it and have some devastating aggression. Brutal Cathar. Yeah, that is... that is brutal. Sadly. Well, as long as Huntmaster sticks around, still might get Regis or Alpha coming up. Okay, not interacting. Good stuff. Ooh. That is rough. At least we did some pretty fantastic stuff with 3 lands, I must say. That is nice. Man, they just played everything. Hopefully they attack with... Oh, they attack with both. Now that is interesting. Actually, I'm going to use both Huntmasters. Oh, what am I thinking now? I almost forgot. Brutal Cathar has a shield counter on it. And I don't like that. I think we could be safe next turn, only at 15. I don't imagine they'd be able to kill us, and still at the very least I have Huntmaster that could block some stuff. It would be nice to win with 3 lands. That'd be a highlight. Okay, hopefully the hits aren't too painful. Lands. Okay, that is nasty. Ouch. They'll be exiling Regis or Alpha. Hopefully they keep up that aggression, feeling pretty safe. I don't have much. They're at 8. Everything is good. Everything is not good, because now they have a 10-10 tree folk. That's what I was saying. That's not pretty. Man, that's getting worse and worse. 7, 8. Vigilance, lifelink. Okay. I'm not busting through. Well, you never know. Let's wait and see what happens. But I don't think I'm busting through this. I could play a cheap Ghalta potentially with Wayward for 1 green, Ghalta for 2. Well, that's not Ghalta. And that's not going to happen. Definitely because Lagrella has lifelink. She has a lifelink counter, so she's just going to keep gaining it and gaining it. Would be nice to have something to shut life gain down. Bant Superfriends, it seems. Bant Superfriend Midrange Control. Hard to say what to call it again because it's just not very common. Okay, this is the one. Turn 3 Hasty Ghalta. We're on the play. Let's devastate him. If only it was a source of red. Stomping Ground, something like that. One of the 2 Sheltered Thickets also would have been quite lovely. Okay, hey, well, at least got the Sundered Migration getting us a source of red for Huntmaster, but also 3 lands. Turn 3 for Topiary. Yeah. I have a feeling we'll see Ghalta again. I think Temur Battle Rage is going to be nice to surprise them. Punch right through. Hopefully draw a 4th land next turn. That would be ideal. Being able to go, again, Huntmaster plus Topiary for a total of 4. That would be nice. Yeah, just Topiary Stomper. Now I could grab a second source of red, open up the potential of... Actually, I can't. What am I saying? I only have 1 mountain. I've been messed up by mono red sources before, but if I could grab a second source of red, might have been nice for Huntmaster plus Marauding coming up. Yeah. Carnage Tyrant, though. That is going to be nice. I'm going to try for Huntmaster. Marauding Raptor next turn. Say we draw another land. Marauding for 1. Carnage for 4. I like it. Or if Huntmaster's just sticking around and I draw another land, could just go Carnage Tyrant, Hasty, take him down a peg. Temur Battle Rage on Carnage Tyrant the turn after that, and another Temur Battle Rage if they're still looking pretty healthy. Hopefully they haven't gained too much life. Nuts. Marauding Raptor, it's gotta be. I think Carnage Tyrant should be pretty safe. They could get some nice Planeswalkers as hits off of Storm the Festival, exile, or do something to someone. Either way, I bet it's going to be pretty painful. Ooh, that is definitely painful. Lagrella and Brutal Cathar taking out 2 of the 3 creatures I have. It's going to be Huntmaster and Marauding, sadly. Could draw the 5th land next turn, still be able to go with Carnage Tyrant and still slap the Temur Battle Rage on it. Oh, phew. Okay. I got it. We got a big scary thing. Something with hexproof. It's gonna prove very nasty indeed. At least they haven't gained too much life. Hopefully it's not another Storm the Festival. Ooh, I jinxed it. Maybe I should try Storm the Festival again. It's been quite some time since the last outing with that. At the very least, Carnage Tyrant deters pretty much all their aggression. I was almost thinking Thunderherd Migration, but I want Huntmaster as a creature to block something big, maybe. Chances are it dies to somebody, but got to get the pain train of Carnage Tyrant going at some point here. As long as we live next turn, another double striking Carnage Tyrant is going to be sweet. Might not quite kill him, especially if they gain more life coming up. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to. Or it could just be Hasty Ghalta for 2 with Huntmaster, and then we slap Temur Bot Rage on her. Guess it could have been good getting Flame Sweep. Certainly seemed like they had lots of big creatures, not too many small ones, but taking out Brutal Cassar and Gala Greeters in the Samurai would have been nice. No Hasty Ghalta, unfortunately. Hopefully drawing a land, getting the 6th. Thunderherd Migration getting us to the 7th one. It would at least have Topiary to keep the pressure up. Now maybe they still let Carnage Tyrant through. They think they're safe. They think there won't be another Temur Battle Rage. They don't have to worry about it. And okay. That'll do it. Do as much damage as possible. I imagine that's going to be it. The Gala Greeters would get counters on themselves. Maybe it doesn't happen. We'll see. Could be a possibility. A slim chance. It's got to be a counter. Yes, that will do it. Close. Nuts. Should have listened to my gut and brought in Flame Sweep. Yeah, can't win them all. Okay, coming up. Turn 3 Hasty Ghalta. Although, again, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see it. 8 cards, 8 certain cards by turn 3. Just to see that happening is not something you should normally expect to do, but it's not something you should completely lean into. We got lots of nice, powerful, scary creatures, good creatures that can be turned on easily enough. Topiary and Thunderherd working in a perfect pairing, helping to get to 7 lands quite consistently. Wayward, the lands plus the creatures getting to 10 permanents. Pretty nice as well. Fight spells, though. That definitely would be something to consider in a list like this. Making use of the Topiary Stomper and Wayward Swordtooth before you meet their requirements. You can still use them to fight, and that's always felt good in the past. Ooh, that is not great. Well, hey, I can make it work. Send Temur Battle Rage to the bottom. We got a Forest. Turn 1 with Commune to get 2 for Thunderherds. We're off to the races. Seeing what could be Gruul vehicles potentially. A Tarka red. Mid-range, maybe. Flame Sweep, I think, is going to be very nice. As long as they don't put a counter on the Zertog Goblin all the time, I think for the most part, that's probably going to happen. As long as we get a Carnage Tyrant next turn, that would be nice. Although I expect Bone Crusher Giant could be a possibility, questing beast. So, yeah, it's just good old regular Gruul mid-range. And we definitely weren't as fast as we would have liked. And just marauding. And we're dead. We're already at 3. I didn't even realize. It was so fast. Over in the blink of an eye. Shifting Ceratops. Somebody I can just slap down and have a body to trade. At least with Questing Beast would be lovely. Yeah. Imagine they're going to bring in a lot of removal. Possibly the Akroan War. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Maybe stealing Ghalta. Hopefully they use it a little bit early and they take something like Topiary Stomp or Wayward Swordtooth. Obliterating Bolt, I imagine. They got to have some amount of removal. Definitely nice though. We've got a Force to start and Commune. So Castle Garenbrig would enter untapped. We can, well, possibly grab another land. We're not going to be doing that though. Shifting Ceratops. Yeah. Okay, there's the stomping ground. So, even if you don't see a land to grab right off the bat, there's a good chance it's probably coming up the next couple cards, as it did right there. Yeah, I'm liking that. Ooh, this is very nice indeed. We get to play another land this turn with Wayward Swordtooth, so immediately a decent benefit. Getting Regisaur next turn. Yeah, we'll get to 10 permanents, I believe, this game. That's good. We're in range of Carnage Tyrant, so certainly a completely different game than the previous one. They're not going to kill it. They're not going to steal it. We're quite a ways away from 10 permanents. Imagine the Spellbreaker would come down with haste, though. That's for sure. Regisaur Alpha, I imagine, is going to pose a decent threat to them. 2/3/3s. If they can't take out Regisaur, I don't think they would attack us, but they could have Embercleave. Obliterating Bolt. They looked at Regisaur Alpha. I think they got something. Well, Domri's Ambush, that is good. Very nice. I've used it in the past. Oh, well, it's nothing much you can do against double Domries. Okay, so Castle Garenbrig for 6. Wayward for 3. Ghalta for 2. And hopefully we don't just die to something hasty, but I imagine something is going to get haste coming up. If they don't, maybe we got a chance. Embercleave. Okay. So it seems we're going to take out the Gruul Spellbreaker while Zertog Goblin on the Embercleave, either one. Yeah. Sometimes you just don't win. There's nothing to do. They got the Embercleave and we didn't. All right. Flying through them tonight. A little bit bumpy. That's all right. You can't win them all, and yeah. Well, at least my daughter's staying asleep. That is definitely a good positive. She stirred a little bit there. Oh, she's stirring now. I think she hears me. Maybe I should be more quiet. Oh, beautiful stuff here. Bunch of lands, Marauding and Thunderherd Migration, Ghalta. Love it. Ooh, I don't love the Thoughtseize. I mean, it is nice. I haven't faced it too much tonight. It's got to happen at least a few times, though. That's pretty good. We got 4 copies of Ghalta. We'll get there eventually. Seeing the other 3 copies, I hope. Rakdos. Finally facing Rakdos. Still, I imagine they have removal for somebody. We'll go with Marauding, stably do stuff, and get to Regisaur Alpha 1 turn sooner, as long as they don't have another Thoughtseize. Possibly double Marauding Raptor next turn, just because I expect they would kill one of them for sure. Okay. It's definitely what I'm doing. I don't see both of them die. I mean, maybe I block the Graveyard Trespasser and that's how one of them dies, helping Regisaur Alpha to stay alive next turn. Either way, if they both go down, I still get Regisaur. I don't think they have Fatal Push. Oh, it definitely feels like they don't. This is the aggression. That's where it's at. Beautiful. But again, enough lands at this point. Let's draw a creature. Any creature. Carnage Tyrant. We'll have 6 mana. We can play it. Hey, they haven't played Sheoldred. That's good. Maybe they'll... Oh. Just say Carnage Tyrant and you draw Carnage Tyrant. Hasty. I hope. I could certainly take out Regisaur Alpha here, but at the very least, Marauding Pinging Carnage is going to get it to 4 power. We could trade with the Graveyard Glutton quite nicely. They have 2 go for the throats. Odd. Yeah. Strange. They should have killed Regisaur Alpha, because then I wouldn't have been able to attack with Carnage Tyrant. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Taking them down. I'll trim Temur Battle Rage. I definitely want Tranquil Throw back in. Exiling Kroxa, potentially from the graveyard. Destroying Fable. Lovely. Still going to keep trying Tranquil Throw back as kind of a pretty good all-around catch-all. Hate for Rakdos, block a Graveyard Trespasser maybe. So I take out Fable, I exile their graveyard, I gain 4 life, and then I take out a creature if they want to be aggressive at some point down the line. Yeah, I can work with that. They did mulligan once, which is nice to see. We got 2 lands on turn 2 for the Hunt Masters here. Hopefully at least a 3rd one for Thrillback at some point. We'll be left with one Hunt Master. Maybe they have a Fatal Push. I definitely am feeling fortunate they didn't the previous game. Oh, they're scared of Carnage Tyrant for good reason. There we go. Phew. At least we still get to do some good stuff next turn. Oh, and no Fatal Push. Very exciting. For 1 black, we would have been losing that Hunt Master. Maybe they want to set up a little bit for Fable of the Mirror Breaker. They see Tranquil Throwback could come down next turn to simply destroy it, so they're caught between a bunch of choices. Hey, Power Word kill on Hunt Master. I like that. Definitely. We'll just keep trying for the other one. And again, they don't have Fatal Push. They have, at the very least, they have to keep using that removal. And they don't have Stomp, which is nice as well, I think. Oh. Well, well, well. Oh, another land. That is beautiful. It would allow for Tranquil Throwback potentially. You know what? I'm just going to go with that. Even though I can't sink any extra green into it to gain life. I want to use up all the mana right now. Harvester can't tap to sacrifice to take out Throwback if it wanted to. I got bodies. Maybe Tranquil Throwback can block the Harvester if they wanted to attack with it. So for 2 green, it's kind of like I destroyed the Harvester at sorcery speed. Maybe. Oh. Close to Carnage Tyrant. We're getting there. We're getting there, but certainly Regis Alpha is a very nice substitute. Hitting them for quite a bit. I'm just going to attack with everything. 5 of the Eye Tyrant, if it becomes a creature, I don't mind if Marauding blocks it. Maybe the Harvester sacrifices itself to take out Regis or Alpha. I could see that happening. Regis or temporarily pinged. That would be unfortunate. I think that's what's going to happen. So they just wanted to see Marauding gone. That's alright. Still have a bunch of bodies, even if I don't draw another land next turn. It might be a Tranquil Throwback. It could be Topiary Stomper. If it is another land, that might mean Hasty Carnage Tyrant with the Regis or Alpha that's already out. That would definitely feel nice, huh? Oh, okay, I was a little bit worried. I thought that Blood Tithe Harvester, had been out already. Let's go. Carnage T. Hasty. Whoopee. Pretty nice seeing them use all that removal on the Hunt Master, but they had to keep doing that because if they didn't, painful stuff definitely would have happened earlier and sooner. But I gotta wonder if they just left one of those Hunt Masters alive, saved the Power Word kill for the Regis or Alpha that I would have played. I'm pretty sure they had seen this first Regis or Alpha. Maybe that would have worked out better for him. Yeah. Exactly. Lethal. Beautiful stuff. Oof. All right. Getting the job done. Took a little bit. Yeah. As it goes some nights. That's all right. The beauty of being live. Yeah, at least one more. I can squeeze one more in here. And I might do a league, potentially. A Pioneer on Magic the Gathering Online. Try for at least my first 5-0. That would be good. Ben, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. One Ben to another Ben. Yeah, I'm still doing dinos. Everyone is nice, growing little by little. It's fantastic, adding more people. The right people over the time. The right people I at least hope find me. And one more good person that wants to be here. That's where it's at. Hey, the only thing they can discard is Temur Battle Rage, although back-to-back black stuff, I mean, not surprising, that's for sure. At the very least, I still hopefully get to go Topiary Stomper next turn. If I draw a 4th land, I could go Wayward plus Topiary. That definitely would be nice. Hunt Masters. Something's happening to somebody. Oh, it's not. Oh, what did I say? There we go. Wayward to start for 2. Could play the 4th land. Topiary Stomper to get to 5 lands. We're getting pretty close to 10 permanents. Hasty Ghalta next turn, potentially. Still running the Queen, Ben. Yes, yes. 4 copies of Ghalta tonight. Seeing her quite often. Still sometimes not as often as I would like, even with the full playset, but I can play her right now for pretty cheap. Oh, okay. Go for the throat. I do like seeing that, I must say, on the Hunt Master. It is the only creature that I could have blocked with. I wouldn't have been blocking anytime soon. I can't attack or block with either Wayward or Topiary yet, but I think we'll get there. Almost played the Carnage Tyrant if they hadn't killed that Hunt Master. That would have been ideal. One more land next turn. Let's see Carnage T. Land, you can do it. Or Ghalta. Either one would be good. Oh, phew. If I get a 7th land next turn, I turn on Wayward and Topiary Stomper. Imagine Carnage Tyrant is safe, even if they have Sheoldred's Edict or something that makes us sacrifice a creature. I've got 2 other ones that Carnage Tyrant is going to be pretty safe. Yeah, 7th land. A 7th land or another Topiary Stomper or a Thunderherd Migration. So getting us there. That would be perfect. Tenacious Underdog, though. I'll block that. Misery Shadow would have gotten to enough that it would have killed Carnage Tyrant. I did not want that to happen. We're going to go off the fact that hopefully Wayward and Topiary can do stuff next turn. Oh. So Topiary, or Wayward, is turned on here. Is that enough to get the job done? Not quite. We got 12-15. Regis or Alpha could block, but I need as much as possible. Mutavault is a 3rd creature. Tenacious Underdog. Possibly Tenacious Underdog could happen. They got 5 lands. If they get 6, they can go Tenacious Underdog for 4. Use 1 mana for Mutavault. 6 lands in total. No. If I could finish them off there, I'd do it. But we might just be dead to Sheoldred or Graveyard Trespasser. Yeah. That's how it goes. Pretty good, ban. Yeah, I must say. However, mono black mid-range. Mono black aggro, I guess. Lots of cheap stuff. At least a little bit more aggro than usual. Yeah. Let me think. Kind of thinking Tranquil Frillback to exile the graveyards. At least my own or whichever. Stopping Cult Conscript from returning. They can pay 2. Activate only if a non-skeleton creature died under their control. Tenacious Underdog. Graveyard Trespasser, exiling things to gain life, but if there's nothing to exile. Yeah. Yeah. Trim Tamer Battle Rage. Exile the graveyard, have a nice lovely body to block, and hey, that's alright. That's alright, Ben. Thanks for passing by, saying hi, and hopefully all is well, continues to be well with you. Hopefully I crush this person. Ooh, that's not going to do it. Not even a single land. We've seen that a few times tonight, unfortunately. Oh, okay. It got much better. Big time. Wayward Swordtooth. Don't have a whole lot of lands. For the most part, I'd probably default to sending a Wayward away to the bottom. Especially if I have 3. If I have 4 lands and there's a good potential chance to play a few extra a turn, I might have kept it. That is interesting. I imagine Huntmaster would go down. I'm going to try for it. If it survives, it would be lovely stuff. Marauding for 1, Wayward for 1, or something like that. That could be alright. Yeah, we power up Wayward Swordtooth, or the Marauding Raptor I have out. If we draw Ghalta, might be playing her for 2. At the moment we're sitting at 10 reduction with the cost reduction and the total power up everything, even without Marauding being pumped up. Oh, they do have a Fatal Push. I think. Maybe not. Okay, yeah, I guess they don't. They paused on Marauding Raptor for quite some time, so I assumed it was probably going to die. Maybe they were looking at Wayward Swordtooth, wondering if we'll get to 10 permanents. Yeah, make the sleeper bigger. I'm perfectly okay with that. Another Marauding, though. Actually, I do like the aggression of another Marauding. Next turn, a Topiary Stomper. Both Maraudings pinging it, pumping themselves up, and doing a nasty amount of damage. Yeah, that's good. I'm just happy they haven't killed anything yet. I certainly think we're getting fortunate in that regard. That is painful. Ooh, man, 2 lands in the top 10 is very unlucky indeed. Gotta be Topiary Stomper. Well, we had some nice things going. Certainly ground to a halt, and the Evolved Sleeper is going to continue to really bring the pain. Either they pump it up this turn, or they go high. Okay, they pump it up. Alright. It's going to be rough. Yeah, that it's not going to do it. Tranquil Frillback isn't going to do enough. It would just be a 3-3 that might trade with the Tenacious Underdog, but we'd still take 7 at the very least from 5 with the Eye Tyrant. And that's not good. Actually, I can make Evolve Sleeper Bake. Okay, no. No, not quite getting her done. That's alright though. We will get her done eventually. Every night can't be our night, quite. Yeah, that was good though. Hopefully all you guys watching right now, later on, if you passed out and fell asleep, of course I understand that. It's pretty late, usually. Or if it's super late in the early morning. Some of you guys, depending where you're watching from. Yeah, hopefully you get good sleep. Have a good rest of your time zone. Anybody watching right now, later on, have a good morning, evening, afternoon, and yeah, see you next time. Make some tweaks tonight. Have it a little bit different of a list. We'll see. Yes, good night, Nox. Hopefully all is well. Peace.